And we are back. Welcome back to the Free Gems Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Free Gems Podcast. This is Lost Episode 3 right now.
Yes, we are on Lost Episode 3 because we
are-
have not made up the exact concept for episode 100, so don't y'all worry about nothing.
Episode 100 is coming soon, and we about to do it immaculate.
Yeah, listen, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We here on a good morning, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we've been switching up our days of recording. We used to do Sundays, now it's Tuesdays, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, as long as we getting it done, we getting it done.
Yeah, but the thing is, we got people got, we moving and grooving. Sometimes we couldn't make it. I'm
about 35 minutes late, but we don't got to talk about that right now. We are here.
But yeah, well, I was actually out in LA for the weekend. That's why I couldn't make it.
I seen you. I was like, yo, is this thing at Malibu?
Yeah.
I'm like, he's getting money.
Bro.
But I see you was out there with my son Mikey, man. Shout out to Mikey.
Shout out
Coach
my
Mike.
boy, Coach Mike Harris, my college teammate right now. He's one of the coaches for the LA Rams.
Yes,
and
sir.
He's been telling me to come out.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, he's been telling me to come out. And this year, last year, the Rams played the Giants.
Yeah.
So I went to go meet him. He was in town.
I remember.
I went to go meet him. He was like, yo, bro, you gotta stop playing and come. I'm like, all right, I booked my calendar for it. And then, time goes so fast. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go to LA. You feel me?
You a sneaky motherfucker too. Because I was watching your story. 1 minute it's normal shit going on. Next minute you're in LA. I'm like, when the fuck did he even say he was going to LA?
Yeah.
Like literally.
It was one of the, you know how, I just be booking stuff. You know how it is.
Clearly you got it.
but yo, tell me how on Friday we was in Malibu, hit a few different spots in Malibu. Ended up at Nobu.
I watched. I felt like I was there.
And ended up at Nobu. And
Nobu in Malibu, yeah, that's a movie. I've been to Malibu one
it
time,
felt
bro.
like,
It was beautiful.
It felt like a movie.
It do. It feel like Rocket Power when I'm in Malibu.
Yo, like sitting like across the room, kinda. Denzel.
Who?
Denzel Washington.
You bullshit.
Denzel and his friends.
Denzel and his friends at Nobu in Malibu? I would have went to jail. I would have went to jail because I would have ran over and tried to hug him.
I was like,
yo, Denny!
I was like,
yo, Denny, what's the word?
Bro.
You ran into Denzel, bro?
I ran into Denzel.
Was he glowing?
Yes.
Was there like an aura?
No,
what color was it?
No, because like.
What color was the aura, bro? I need to know.
I felt the energy. I'm like, yo. I had a double take. I'm like, yo, that's Denzel over there. He's right over there. And then like it was just so casual.
Everybody was acting like it was normal? Oh, yeah. Because you're in Malibu.
That's the thing, Malibu. Right. And when you're over there, people they don't go with their security. You feel me? They can just go out free nilly-willy.
Motherfuckers don't go with their security. Well, Denzel not the one to fuck with. Nobody, no street nigga's gonna bother Denzel.
No, he's
gonna get crucified.
He's good in every hood. You feel me? They'll burn down your block messing with Denzel.
Yeah, exactly. Motherfuckers are riot about some Denzel.
Yeah. People die over Denzel.
Yeah,
There's a few celebrities that people will die over universally, especially in our culture. So then, boom, whatever the case may be. All right, so you got to look at the setup, right?
Yeah.
So, they have lines of booths, right?
Yeah.
Lines of booths, right? Then there's a line, and then the Pacific Ocean's over here, and then in those lines of booths, if you go this way, there's like the bar area, and then the inside. So me and Mikey are sitting here, and the bar area is over here, right? So I'm facing this way,
right?
And I see come around. I look up, I see Big Bust Down. I'm like, Big Bust Down.
That's that shit.
Yeah, I saw a St. Louis hat. He had a Louis V varsity jacket.
Sexy Red.
Metro Boomin.
Fuck that.
Metro Boomin sat right behind me. He was with some shorty. He was right behind me. I look up. I'm like, I already know.
You in Celebrity Playground. Respectfully.
Yo, I was like, yo, that's he was chilling. Feel me? And that's how it is.
You just said Nobu.
Yo, it was very very casual. Very casual.
I'm not surprised.
Very casual. So yeah, it was great food. Like we was all over the place. I was in Santa Monica. I was in Venice.
Santa Monica is Rocket Power.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Rocket Power, the Santa Monica Pier is the shit in Rocket Power that they go over there and they be surfing and shit.
And GTA 5. I always felt like GTA 5.
Yeah.
But it was a great
amazing,
weekend. It was a great weekend. And now I'm back. I'm looking at my account. I need it all, baby. I need it all.
Right. That's the one thing I hate about vacation. When you get back, you realize like, oh, it's
and like, feel me, I got it, but I don't got it.
Wait, time out. Does your job give you PTO? Paid time off?
No, I'm my own business.
Right,
you know
exactly.
I don't have PTO.
That's what I was just thinking.
I'm not a W-2.
Listen, he talking that shit
right
now.
Listen, shout out to Texas. I'm a business owner.
Nah, facts.
So like, even in consideration, since I'm a business owner, I know I'm like. Right. I didn't do my taxes yet. You feel me? So I'm looking at my account.
You might not want to say it on camera in case you know what I'm saying? You might want to get indicted for no shit.
I'm going to do them. Feel me? Tax ain't yet. But like, yeah, but like, I'm looking at my account. Like, yeah, I need everything. I need every penny.
Honestly, Cali, man, Cali is such a vibe, bro. I remember I used to go out there at least. Well, shit, you used to meet me out there.
Yeah.
I used to go out there at least once, 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Like, there was one year I went out there like 5 times. I think it was like 2015. Yeah, 2015. When O was living out there.
Yeah, when O was out there.
I pulled up on him like 2-3 times, like within like 2 months. Not even within a month. Like I remember it was like April of 2015. I went out there like 3 times. But yeah, man, LA is really a celebrity playground, which LA is very confusing though, because like, first of all, LA is like New York City. You can't just say LA because there's so many cities within the LA county.
Yes.
When people don't realize when they say LA. So it's like New York City, you could be like, yo, I'm in New York City. What fucking part? You could be in the Bronx, you could be in Brooklyn, you're in 2 different worlds.
Yeah.
You could be in fucking Staten Island, technically. And you could be in fucking Yonkers. Like, even though that's technically not New York City, that's New York City.
That's New York.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know where you at. So if you're in LA, you can say you're in LA, but you might be in Malibu. You might be in motherfucking Santa Monica. You might be in Inglewood. You might be in Long Beach. You
might be Woodland Hills.
Right. You don't know where the fuck you at.
You might be West Hollywood.
But in that same sentiment,
downtown.
you'll be in the middle of Compton and it looks fucking beautiful. And there's bullet holes in these beautiful houses. Like USC campus is in the middle of the trenches. And I'll never forget that. I think you was out there with me at one time. We were supposed to go to some frat party. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like, yo, it's a 4-to-1 ratio. We were like, what are you talking about? Like, it needs to be 4 girls per guy. It was like 4 or 5 of us. We were like, bro, where are we going to find 20 bitches? Like, where are we going to find 20 bitches walking down the street right now?
In order for us to get in
this party. So we were like, yeah, whatever. And we didn't think that. And then I realized, like, yo, these white people are having this crazy, like, Greek frat party. And we are in the middle of where Ricky got shot. Like, watch Walking in the Hood. We was literally where Ricky got shot. Like, and it's palm trees and beautiful shit, but it's definitely shiesty. Like, you got to be careful in LA because you never know where you at.
And that's the thing.
Especially if you're not from out there.
It's so beautiful out there, and a lot of the times, in a lot of cities, you can kind of feel when you're in the hood. Feel me? Out there, you don't even know where you at sometimes.
That's what I'm saying.
You really don't even know where you at sometimes. You really gotta.
You be on Melrose and you might make the wrong turn. You might run into 15 niggas in 2 cars just chilling posted, and you don't even know they plotting on robbing motherfuckers on Melrose. And you're like, what the fuck? And that's like the hood will come to you.
And that's the thing. They have a lot of alleyways and cuts. You feel me?
It's spooky as fuck over there. Yeah. It gets very spooky, especially downtown LA.
Oh, downtown is great. Downtown is where Skid Row is.
Exactly. You get around Skid Row, and Skid Row, the crackheads is one thing because it do feel like Day of the Dead. Like, it feels like some Shaun of the Dead shit. They're walking around, The Walking Dead, whatever the fuck you want to. There's like 100 different zombie movies of the dead. They're there. I promise you. If you go to Skid Row, you go to LA, you will be fucking spooked, especially at nighttime. If I was a woman, I would never walk through downtown LA. Daytime, nighttime. If I don't got a man with me or a gun, I'm not going. Because down there is fucking, you could literally fall, trip, and land on a needle and like literally get AIDS or some shit. Like, it's really spooky, bro. Like, downtown LA, like, even though it's downtown LA and all these beautiful stores and all this high-end stuff and the apartments, you can't get a studio apartment for less than $5,000, but it's like, it's not safe. Why the fuck is there 5 people sleeping downstairs on the sidewalk? Like, what's going on?
And it's contrary to belief. When you think about downtown, you never think about what you're gonna see downtown. When you think of downtown in the city, you don't think poverty. You don't think poverty. You think downtown. You think Manhattan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because like, I mean, even New York, we have a homeless problem, but California overall, because San Francisco ain't no better. I never been to San Francisco.
They have little tent cities.
I did a little layover. No, I did a little layover. Went to a dispensary. This was like 2014 or some shit. Went there, blah blah blah, and I saw a little bit of it, but I'm like, yo, this is like spooky as fuck. Like, LA, California, from what I see, has the highest like homelessness.
It does.
It has the highest homelessness rate in America. And it ain't even close. Over there, you literally gotta walk over the homeless people. Like, they're just laid out. Like, and then it's hot as a bitch sometimes, and then it's cold as a bitch sometimes. Don't get it twisted. People think California is all sunshine and heat. It's not. You go out there in the wrong time, you'll be outside in 75-degree weather during the daytime. You think, oh, it's sweet. That sun is nice. It feels like it's 80-something in the sun. But as soon as that motherfucking sun drop come about 6:30 p.m., you will be fucking frozen out there. And it's only like, it'd be like 60, and it's fucking brick. I don't know how to explain it to y'all. Go out there and experience it for yourself. Make sure you put a hoodie in the trunk of your car.
And that's the difference between, because out there it's dry heat. It's not really humid.
Yeah, it's not like Miami.
Florida is humidity. That's where the swamp is.
It drops you like this. The heat out there is like, you can move and groove through that shit. Like, it's all right. It ain't too bad.
So with the humidity, even when it's cloudy, you can feel it. Mm-hmm. But when the sun is not out there, that's when it gets a little chilly. So
yeah, and LA, honestly, it could be busting outside, hot as a bitch. Find you a tree to stand under, you're gonna be good. I promise you. Get a little shade, you're good. It's fucking wild.
Yeah,
I love it though. I haven't been out there since August 2020, bro. I ain't been to LA.
But
I ain't been to Cali in a minute.
But man, we were sitting watching the Pacific, watching the sunset over the Pacific. Like,
shit, that remind me of Peru.
it was yeah.
I mean, shit. Not for nothing though. We got a trip on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About another month and a half.
Yeah, a little trip. You know what I'm saying? Coming soon.
Listen, we gonna have to vlog the fuck out of that. We going to Medellin real quick. Yo, I'm telling you, Medellin is it. Bro.
I can't wait.
I tell you, Cartagena was lit. Medellin is like the New York City version of that, which just like the vibe, everything is a little different.
And
in a good way though. In a good way.
No, of course. And Cartagena, I was getting Miami vibes. Feel me? Cartagena's the
exactly.
Miami.
No, Cartagena was Miami.
That's what I'm saying. That was
definitely Miami. Medellin. Different. It's New York City.
It's
New York City in the mountains. Beautiful mountains. Oh my God, you're in a valley, a giant fucking valley.
I'm excited. So stay tuned. Feel me? I got it. Yo, listen, I'm about to get every dollar in the world.
What we need to do is start a Patreon and start making people pay for the shit that we can't show. Listen,
let's do it.
Listen,
let's do it.
If I show y'all what's really going on in Colombia, listen. This is a real message to all my young men out there. Okay. Now, I know a lot of y'all got group trips. Y'all are in your early 20s. Y'all going to Miami. You're going to fucking California with your friends. You're going to do all this cool shit. DR. Stop wasting your time and money going to these bum-ass vacation spots. Go to Colombia. Stop right. Listen, if you're going on a guy's trip with the gang, do not go anywhere but Colombia. And thank me later, okay? I need you to thank me later. Stop wasting your time and money, bro. Because all the money you spending to go to LA, listen, you go to LA for 3-4 days, bro, that ain't gonna cost you no less than like $2,000 to $3,000 for real. Like, literally, I'm talking about flight, hotel, rental, food, just regular experiences. It's hard to spend less than $300 a day out there.
You made a good point. You either need a rental or you're Ubering everywhere. It's going to be mad expensive.
Exactly.
You need a car out in L.A.
Same thing, Miami. You're going to need the rental. You're going to spend a couple $1,000 plus when you go to these spots. First of all, L.A. is also not a place to go if you're thinking like, oh, we about to go strip club and party hop. And it's cool. You could do that, but the in crowd of L.A. is where you really want to be, and you got to really get into that. You can't just go over there, then you're going to the club and shit about to be late. You're going to be in cool sections. Miami, you can fuck around and stumble into the Lil Wayne section by accident. You feel me? That's more Miami vibe.
That's a good point.
But fuck that, because you're gonna be in Club Live trying to pop a $600 bottle with Lil Wayne and these niggas, and you can't bowl with them.
You can't bowl with them.
Stop it. You're gonna embarrass yourself. There's a bunch of Lamborghinis and shit outside. You can't compare.
You can't
go to Medellin, bro. You are a god over there.
You are a king over there.
I'm telling you, go to Cartagena. You are a god, bro. Stop. Listen. Young men, get a passport. It costs $100 in a couple weeks of waiting. You will be out there living your best life. Stop wasting your fucking time and money and your friends' money going to these bum-ass places, bro. Stop going to DR. DR's cool. Stop it. I'm trying to tell you. DR, Jamaica, the Caribbean, fire. Go to Medellin or Cartagena or wherever in Colombia, nigga. Just go to Colombia and get lost. That's all I can say.
Get lost.
You know what I'm saying? That's my piece of advice for the day. Listen, thank me later.
All right.
I had to make sure I get that off.
I think that was a good good gem, fellas.
Yeah. Great gem.
That was a perfect way to segue. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if you heard about your boy Sean Combs.
Did he? He's back under the limelight? Fuck, I thought this shit. I thought this too shall pass.
You didn't hear?
Fuck. What did he do now?
He just got sued by his male coworker for the same type of thing, sexual assault.
Oh God.
And well, two of them. It was two different ones, and the details are damning.
Oh, man.
So allegedly, well,
I ain't gonna lie to it. If I want some money out of there, listen, the details gonna be damning.
In the suit,
details gonna be crazy.
In the suit, allegedly, he's trying to coerce this man into a sexual relationship. He shows him he shows him a video of Stevie J having sex with another man.
Hey, yo.
Bro.
You talking about the producer, Stevie J from Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah. So, and he's trying to entice him, saying this is normal, this is normal practice, and and if you have this relationship with me, I'll make sure that you get a Grammy for it. He was a producer as well, and all these other different things, and it's crazy.
I don't know, son. Like, that should be confusing, though. Like, how much does Diddy really want to fuck this nigga that he has to do all that? Because can't he just find another little fucking person that he could just gas into it?
It's power. It's a power dynamic. I want you. You feel me?
Right. I'm over here trying to
can't say no.
Shit
you cannot say. You can't say no to, like, apparently, like, the guy had to, like Diddy used to walk around naked and stuff and all that, and in the shower and trying to get out the shower and all that, and in another suit, another guy was saying Diddy was bragging to him about he gets whatever he wants and bragging about the past crimes he used to commit, and
it is a power trip, man.
And he was bragging about he was responsible for the whole Sean shooting that got Sean
allegedly.
It's in the suit. I'm saying allegedly,
right?
No, but I'm saying the guy claimed that Diddy was bragging about all the stuff he gets away with, toting a gun, like. He was responsible for the shooting that got Sean 10 years and deported.
Yeah,
and
I mean that's normal. You get a fall guy. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? When you that rich, you got a nigga next to you that can take the charge. That's the point of being that rich. I ain't gonna lie. If you that rich and gangster, you don't have to be gangster. But if you rich and gangster, you got somebody that's gonna take that charge. Shit, your girl's supposed to take the charge.
But
if I'm the bread, I'm the bag. Somebody's taking this charge. I'm sorry, Sean. You got to do what you got to do, gang. I'm worth hundreds of millions. You worth hundreds of thousands. This is how this gonna go, gang. I'm gonna make sure you go when you get out. Now Sean the fucking president of Barbados or some shit. Like a congressman or some shit. Like, he be all right.
Something like that.
He be all right. What the fuck is Sean gonna do in 10 years? And I'm just joking, obviously. Don't send any of your friends to jail for some shit you did. That's crazy. But at the same time, that's how rich niggas move.
But yeah, but these are two different people who were suing. And both of them were producers, whatever the case may be. And
I mean, I had some questions, but once you say it, you're right. It is a power trip. Where like some people just feel like they just want to be able to control and dominate anybody for no reason. They don't. It isn't because they even necessarily find you exactly. It's ego. It's not about I'm so attracted to this person. It's like let's see if I can make this motherfucker suck my dick. It's crazy.
Let me say I can have my way. I can do whatever I want.
That's insane.
Allegedly. Nobody says no around me. I've always gotten what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Son, I don't want that kind of power because I don't know what the fuck I'm like.
It's not. Listen, it's not about having that kind of power. It's about the type of person you are. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's true, but it's like, I mean, in every great story you hear about people that start power tripping, they all eventually start doing wild shit once you have that kind of power. Like, it ain't even like, I feel like it just comes with it. Like, your brain just starts working differently. And it just like veers you into these weird situations where now you're building an amusement park in the crib to have kids over. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Michael Jackson. But shit get weird. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You start doing weird shit.
But yeah, so these are two more suits, and then this time it's men, and three more women came out. I mean, two more came out maybe like a week or two ago. But yeah, it's spooky for Sean Combs.
Honestly though, man, he got the kind of power, money, and connections that this shit gonna blow right over. He been shaking the right hands in the right rooms with the right white people. He gonna be all right. I'm gonna say yes and no. I don't know if he'll do any time for this, but his reputation is definitely tarnished. He can never go back. His reputation is tarnished.
He can never go back.
I mean, Ignition Remix came out way after the tapes. We don't care. Like, people don't care. Like, his reputation is tarnished, but people will get right over it.
Do you think people don't care about R. Kelly to this day? I think that's false.
I think his music's still striving. Like,
not as much as it should be.
Obviously, not as much as it should be. Of course not.
So it definitely there's always going to be pockets of people. But I'm talking about the conversation surrounding. Yeah, like R. Kelly will never be the same. You feel me? Regardless, if he was locked up or not.
Yeah, nah. The thing is with Kelly, like, for example, his shit was like mostly towards like children, which is what made him even more easy to like cancel and be like, fuck him, I don't want nothing to do with him. Diddy shit is coming against adults and men, and nobody gives a fuck when a man gets raped. Like, truth be told, like, not saying I don't, but niggas don't give a fuck. Like, people don't give a fuck. Like, I'm sorry, nobody feels bad for men for shit. Like, that is fact. It's like, let them burn. We don't give a fuck. Like,
that is fact. But I think it's just the tip of the iceberg. Apparently in one of the suits, Justin Combs was the name that was in it as well.
What? Wait,
and a few other and a few other
Justin's
people.
moving weird too?
I don't.
Justin's at the freak off?
Allegedly.
Justin's at the freak off.
Allegedly.
Justin's at the freak off is crazy.
Allegedly, and a few other high up executives in Diddy's party. So
what? I don't know, man.
I don't know either. I'm just going by what the
stories are saying.
And one guy wants $30 million.
Listen, man. I mean, if he did it, he did it. You'll figure it out. Diddy cut them checks.
Listen, I'm one of those people where 1, 2 people, but
it's been once you putting up Bill Cosby numbers.
And it's not like this hasn't been murmurs for 30 years. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's not like this came out of nowhere like, oh, did he? I would have never thought that. I would have never saw that coming.
Yeah.
It's been murmurs about this for 30 years. Dating back to the 90s. You feel me? Damn. About him doing certain things. You know what I mean? I think, like Malcolm X said, the chicken's coming home to roost. You feel me? Damn. That lifestyle catches up with you.
Damn, yeah, nah.
That's how I think. I'm not like I said, you know, 1 or 2 allegations here and there. Somebody with money, you know, at the end of the day, once you have a certain bag, you will get sued. People are coming after that bag. But when it comes to all these different allegations and they got stories and the details and the, you know, this has been murmurs for years and years. It's like, when the stars are on, it's all adding up. You feel me? You can be an outsider and looking at everything, and it's like, it sounds too good to be true. All these people lying? I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
It's too many. It's too many details. Too many people. I don't know about that.
See, that's the thing that scares me so much about life, man. Because we, this kind of off topic, but not really. It just scares me because, like, well, you strive for so much success, and then you want to win, and you get it. You start making your dreams come true and all that, and then it's like, I'm a firm believer that everything has to fall. Nothing stays afloat forever. You're gonna go through some big losses, like, and you're gonna have to rebuild. Like, you're gonna have to rebuild like Rome did. Like, motherfucking, like, this shit gonna crumble again, and then you're gonna rebuild. So, like, even me, like, I just know, like, when I'm gonna reach a certain height, and then I'm gonna lose it all, and then I gotta do it again, and then I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna do it again. So, like, I mean, right now the going's getting tough, but Diddy's at a point where, like, he can't even lose it all. Like, all these allegations, he can go to jail forever. He'll still have the money and the resources that he got. Like, truth be told, like, he can still keep it pushing even from jail. Obviously, jail's like would be rock bottom, but he ain't dead. Like, he gonna be all right. Like, but it's I think give Diddy 3-4 more years, he'll be back. He'll be back on top. He gonna be running shit unless he goes to jail, which I don't see happening. Like,
yeah, I don't see it happening, but I don't know.
It's just a terrifying thought that, man, no matter what, no matter how high you get up there, motherfuckers will tell you, yeah, you worth 1 billion. This shit gonna crumble again. Don't you worry. This shit gonna crumble. Just the same way he probably felt when Biggie died. The same way he felt when he was probably going through them Sean cases. The same way he was feeling just a couple years ago when his baby mother died, his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Like, life just pulls you down, like, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike was at the height of his career, then all of a sudden he got his face burnt. That wasn't even the big L. All of a sudden he was trying to be canceled because he was trying to turn white. Then they were trying to cancel him because he was touching kids supposedly. And then the shit ends with him being a fucking addict he like, what the fuck? Life is crazy, son. You could reach all these heights and this shit will still find a way to knock you to your fucking knees. Like, drop. Here you go. Like, oh, you thought you was almighty? Watch this. Huh, Bill Cosby? Now your ass in jail and you blind. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Life be whooping ass.
It does.
Oh my. Life is undefeated, gang.
Life is undefeated. And it takes a certain kind of person to be able to lose it and get it back. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like
facts.
You know, that's how you know it wasn't on a whim. You developed all these skills and all these attributes once you're at the top. So if you lose it, I have no problem getting it back. But at the same time, like I said, the Malcolm quote, I think also the chickens come home to roost. You feel me? You think you can get away with anything, and then, you know, it's time for that check. It's time to cash that check. You feel me?
I'm so scared, yo. What's LeBron's foul gonna be like?
Yeah,
what is gonna happen to LeBron? 30, 40 years.
Nah, that's funny because LeBron's like he's basically been flawless.
He has been squeaky clean. They tried it. His son tried to get caught smoking weed, all this other shit. All that shit got brushed off. Like, what? He's a kid. He's gonna smoke weed. That's what he do. Damn, that was genius. Like, he brushed that shit off like it was nothing, and it was nothing. But, like, I just know everybody has to have a bad downfall. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. Look at Ye. Another one. Like, great story, all this other shit. And then boom.
But yeah, he's self-inflicted. You feel me?
Half of it's self-inflicted. The other half is inflicted by a young white man from Staten Island named Pete fucking Davidson that was busting his wife's ass for a year.
Self-inflicted. I mean, I'm not. I feel like when you speaking of Kanye, I feel like he's never been the same since his mother died. And he,
for sure.
And he really internalized that, and he felt like it was his fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because if people don't know, his mother died on the table doing plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying, you know, he felt like if I didn't have all this money and success, she'd still be alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
she would have never thought
you see, so you know, his mother passing, you see, you know, the table start to turn with Ye, and the whole Pete Davidson situation. I mean, you married Kim K, bro. You already knew what you already knew what you were getting. All self-inflicted. You feel me? That's self-inflicted.
But I'm just thinking, man, that ain't nothing. It's not even that. Him losing all the money he lost, and now he's coming back, and all. It's just crazy, you know.
Yeah, but his story is more self-inflicted.
But no matter how you look at it, every single super successful story comes with a really bad downfall. really bad downfall. Like I think about Antonio Brown a lot, especially now that he's doing like this run on the media. He's doing all these interviews.
Shot out.
And I'm like, damn, man, like he was a certified Hall of Famer.
First ballot.
Like,
top 10, no, arguably top 10 all time as far as receivers.
I don't know. There's a lot of fucking receivers, gang. To say no argument is fake crazy. You don't think there's any argument? I think I can name 10 receivers.
I think that's for no. I don't think you can. For sure, better than him. I don't think you can.
That were for sure better than him.
Yeah. He's arguably top 10.
Okay, yeah, the for sure.
As far as talent wise is concerned, as far as production,
Randy, Terrell, Calvin Johnson, motherfucking Michael Irvin. I'm gonna give it to what?
No.
I don't think you see Michael Irvin's stats.
I've seen it.
I think you disrespected Michael Irvin's stats.
No, and he did it in a run heavy era.
I'm also counting chips, 3 chips.
You can't count chips,
but I'm saying chips do have to matter.
No, they can't.
But I'm saying they do have to matter, especially if he was an integral part of getting those chips.
You can't.
Michael Irvin was the playmaker,
especially
for a
as
reason.
Receiver. Now I feel like when it comes to football, you can really only count chips as a quarterback.
Okay, so listen, I got Tyreek Hill high key over him.
I don't know. I don't know. Now,
the longevity he's doing it. He's doing it as we speak.
Now, I think it's a bait because if you want to talk about Tyreek Hill, he's just super explosive that nobody can do anything with. But he's not really a natural hands catcher. Feel me? He has drops. Okay. I don't know. I think that's a debate.
Larry Fitzgerald.
No.
You're not taking Larry over Antonio Brown?
A better player? You think I think Larry Fitzgerald is a career guy. You feel me? I think he's the Frank Gore of receivers. I think he's the Mike Evans. You feel me? Never been the best, but always been consistent. I don't think his peak is higher than Antonio Brown's.
I don't know.
I don't think he's better.
Julio Jones.
No. I don't think Quintorris is better than Antonio Brown. I don't think so.
You really got me thinking here.
You feel me? You could maybe Marvin Harrison, maybe. You feel me?
Marvin Harrison,
maybe.
for sure.
Maybe.
For sure. No. Without a doubt, Marvin Harrison is better than him. Without a fucking doubt.
Maybe.
That's insane to even think that Marvin Harrison is. Are you crazy?
Maybe.
Do you know what Marvin Harrison was doing in the early 2000s?
I remember.
Going for 140-something catches when motherfuckers was averaging 70, 80.
I remember.
Are you kidding me?
I remember.
High key, I mean, I'm not going to put Reggie Wayne above him, but Reggie
Absolutely
Wayne is
not.
there,
That's disrespectful.
Bro.
That's disrespectful. Reggie Wayne. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. So
I'm thinking about a lot. There's a lot of people.
There's a lot
here.
of receivers.
I'm just saying.
But Julio Jones, no, I don't think so.
DeAndre Hopkins, like
no.
I also
Tony Toe Tap, bro.
I'm
do
considering
you remember
a lot of things though. You got to consider the fact that what quarterbacks were these people playing with? How consistent? How long did they do it for? Antonio Brown had what, like 6, 7 seasons? I think he had 7. He had 7 seasons.
He's probably had the best 5-year. He's had arguably the best 5-year run of all time of receivers.
Yeah, that's cool. But Andre Johnson had a longer run than that. Like,
but I'm talking. But longer. But I'm talking about when I'm talking about better. I'm talking about peak.
225. I'm taking that over Antonio Brown. I love Antonio Brown.
Listen, I'm trying to be unbiased here. Antonio Brown was beating triple teams like a drum every time. But one of the best.
How comfortable this is making me. I'm fucked up.
One of the best route runners of all time.
Yes.
One of the best hands catchers of all time. One of the best on the sideline of all time. One of the most explosive with the ball of all times. You feel me? You can talk all that stature, but I'm talking about production. You couldn't do nothing with him. I don't think Andre Johnson is better than him. Personally.
I'm thinking at they very height, who could do what and who could do more.
You can say Andre. Okay, you can. I mean,
everybody
I don't think
I
so.
named is way taller than him. Except for Tyreek Hill.
I know.
Everybody I named is like 6'3" or better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that doesn't.
That matters. That matters a lot. Especially when I'm talking about if I need a play done right now, if I need to get it one way or the other. See, the reason I say Tyreek Hill over him too, because they're similar stature. They're both about 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
About $180. But Tyreek Hill blow him in a fucking speed in a race.
Well, what I talk about?
Yeah, take the top of it. But I'm saying like what makes him unstoppable. Like Antonio Brown was fake unstoppable, but like not really. Not undoubtedly unstoppable. You throw that ball to D-Hop. You throw that ball to Calvin Johnson.
Antonio Brown wasn't undoubtedly unstoppable.
But you high punt it in the end zone. Ain't nobody else coming down with that bitch.
What's the difference between that and being in 4 yards of separation? What's the difference?
He didn't always have that 4 yard separation, especially if you in the end zone. You in the red zone, there is no separation.
It's
one-on-one. We rebounding right now.
But he's
watch out, huh?
He's underrated as far as a contested catch guy as well.
No, yeah, for sure. Listen, I love Antonio Brown.
No.
When you said undoubtedly top 10, I had to really start thinking like, whoa. Shit had to flash back.
I don't know. If you look at his 5-year run is probably from 2011, 2016. If you look at a 5-year run, I don't think there are many guys.
2019. He was popping until 2019. He was on the Steelers until 2019.
Yeah, but I'm talking about his. Yeah,
no, he was bugging until 2019. He had 7 years, but he was tweaking.
He has a 5 or 6 year window where you match it up against any receiver's 5 or 6 year window. It's hard. As far as peaks,
I seen some stat. I think he was the only receiver to ever go an entire season with at least 5 catches and 50 receiving yards the entire season, every game. Which is fucking incredible.
And that's the thing. When you want to talk about stature, you want to talk about Andre Johnson and size and D-Hop and these crazy catches and all that. That's fine. But I'm talking about beating triple teams can't do nothing with him. You feel me? You can look at all the stature, but when you look at production and tape, like
I'm trying really hard too.
That's
what I'm thinking.
But with all that being said, I was talking to my sister the other day.
Shout out to Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, just in case we disrespecting them.
You think they're better than Antonio Brown?
I'm just saying. Absolutely.
That's disrespectful. Disrespectful, bro.
I don't think you've seen these people's stats. I really read stats for fun, like
too.
on some board shit.
Yes, bro.
Like randomly. Today, I'm gonna go Google some shit.
I remember watching. I remember the Greatest Show on Turf. Disrespectful. Do you think Toyo's and Isaac Bruce better than Antonio Brown? I'm not talking about Ants. I'm talking about as a player. That's disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful. Personally,
I gotta go back in.
Chris Carter. Okay, you feel me? Like there's a few names, but I think
I'm not jacking Chris Carter's better than Antonio Brown. I'm not. Shout out to Chris Carter. I ain't doing that.
Any other names you want to throw out there? Because I don't see it.
Yeah, you just put me on.
I don't see it. Ocho Cinco, no.
Ocho, my favorite player of all time.
No,
I'm not gonna put Ocho.
No,
he's debatable though.
No,
I'm just saying.
No, it's not.
If you want to talk about a 7-year run, Tad had one. Tad had that, bro.
Stop it.
Ocho Cinco didn't have a crazy 7-year run.
I'm not saying we're talking about in terms of better than Antonio Brown. Stop it. As far if you want to talk about a receiver, one of the best route runners of all time.
Nah, you got it. You got it. I just thought, how did we even get on here?
I don't remember.
I was talking about the rise and fall of how people just fall.
And speaking of, it's funny you say that because I don't know if he'll ever get in the Hall of Fame. Can you, Antonio Brown?
Definitely not. If they didn't let Terrell Owens in, you think they're gonna let this motherfucker?
T.O.'s in.
I'm saying they didn't let him in after he got in on his third ballot. But when he was clearly the third best receiver to ever play the game.
Yeah.
Like second or third, depending on if you like him or Randy. But I'll take him over Randy. I mean, I'll take Randy over him.
Yeah, me too.
Off just sheer speed and height. But truth be told, Terrell was disgusting.
And when we
he
talk
had a lot of drops.
You
hated that.
You want to talk about rise and fall? Like, can you imagine Antonio Brown's acceptance speech at the Hall of Fame? They might have to pre-record it just because of that. Like, he can go up there and do anything. I wouldn't surprise.
Yo, bro, go watch his live TV interviews, bro. He's like, I think he's calmed down. I think he's back to being human.
No.
I think he's like, the CT might have wore off a little bit.
I don't think it's about the CT, bro. I think he's just a wild boy. He's a Miami, but he's wild boy. Feel me?
Nah,
I don't think it has anything to do with the CT. You don't see the tweets he be tweeting and stuff, bro?
Nah, I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. He's shot out.
I haven't seen any of that.
Like, he could go up there in his acceptance speech, he can moon the crowd, and I wouldn't be surprised. He can do anything. He can get up there.
Shirt off and ran off the field.
He can get up there and whip it out and start pissing everywhere. I would not be surprised. He can do anything.
Yeah.
I think he's capable of anything. You know what I mean? One of those people like, headline, Antonio Brown. Okay.
Shout out to Andre Rison too. While we up here disrespecting motherfuckers.
Andre Rison. Do you think he's better than Antonio Brown?
Buffalo Bills. 4 Super Bowls appearances. He was doing his thing. He was on a fucking.
Do you think he's better than Antonio Brown?
I don't know. I didn't get to watch him enough to say he's better than Antonio Brown. I just had to shout out.
I can already tell you he's not. And I'm trying to be unbiased about it. You feel me? As far as, but with that being said,
Steve Largent and all them too.
Oh yeah, Steve Largent for the Seahawks. You got to pay homage.
Yeah,
but speaking of receivers, man, I was saying how I didn't know if Jerry Rice was Randy Moss was better than Jerry Rice. So I take that back.
You didn't know if Randy Moss was better than Jerry
Rice? I thought Randy Moss was better than Jerry Rice before, but I take that back.
Until you realize Jerry Rice had 3 careers in one.
Bro.
He had 3 primes in one.
He had a
20-year prime.
Bro, he had like 2,000 yards over 40.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 1,000-yard seasons over 40 years old.
Yeah. He had like
when the Raiders went to the Super Bowl, he had like 1,300 receiving yards as a fucking 40-year-old. He was like 39, 40 or some shit. with fucking, I think it was Rich Gannon or some shit. Was
I saw some insane.
Him and Tim Brown, they both old as shit.
Jerry Rice stats. I saw some. I can't even think of it on top of my head. I'm like, oh no, he's the greatest.
Bro, the gap between him and second place is from here.
Yeah, Jerry was different. Jerry was different.
Everybody else, bro, Jerry Rice had the touchdown records for most touchdowns in a season. As a receiver, he had 21 touchdowns in the season. Randy Moss had 23 in 16 games.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice did it in 12 games.
Yes.
It's nothing to talk about.
Yes. And he did it.
Russell was 2 a game, bro. Fuck that. If he would have played 4 more games, if you do the math, he would have easily had another quarter. If he played 3 quarters of the time, he probably would have had another 7 touchdowns.
I think there was like a
another 7.
I think there was like a lockout season.
Yeah, that was when Maureen Anderson won the MVP actually as a kicker for the Redskins.
Yeah,
it was like 83.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
The lockout season. But yeah. Nah.
Shout out to NFL Network. I've been watching that shit every day since I was a child. That's how I remember shit like this.
But yeah, no. I think Jerry's that'll be the GOAT for me. I take that back. I disrespect it.
Yeah. It's not even close. It's not even close. And you know what's crazy, bro? People forget Jerry Rice ran a 4.7.
I know.
Unless you know game speed and route running is so important. Route running is everything. Like everything. If you know how to run a good route, it don't matter. Like D-Hop is the slowest motherfucker alive, but that motherfucker run these routes so fucking elite. You couldn't do nothing with him. It don't matter who's throwing the ball to him. It could be fucking Case Keenum. It could be.
Yo, bro, Antonio Brown ran a 4.5. He looked like he ran a 4.3 out there. Feel me? The way the way he in and out of his breaks is unbelievable. And it's about leverage.
You ever seen it? Yeah.
Knowing leverage and knowing how to influence if you watch his tape from a technical standpoint, if you know football, it's absolutely teaching tape. Like it's God tape as far as leverages of the DB, the blind spot of the DB, making sure he leaning one way, then going the other way, and then thinking, but when you lean one way, the DB's thinking you're going the other way, and then going back to say, it's amazing. It's unbelievable. The teaching tape is unbelievable, especially at that size. You know what I mean? Yeah, especially at that stature. The teaching tape is unbelievable. Couldn't do nothing with him. Couldn't do nothing with him. It didn't matter. Double team, triple team doesn't. You already know what's about to happen. It didn't matter.
Nah, you're right though. When in doubt, they be out.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He gets to take a slant for 80 yards. It doesn't matter.
Shout out to AB, man. Shout out to the Steelers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think we were rambling a little long on that topic. But so did you hear about on a more serious news? Did you hear about Aaron Bushnell?
Aaron Bush?
Bushnell.
Bushnell? Bushnell.
Aaron Bushnell. He was
sounds political.
He was in Air Force. He was in active duty Air Force.
Okay.
He recently went to the Israeli outreach station and protest. And he's an American now, 25 years old. Mm-hmm. He lit himself on fire on live stream.
What?
As a protest for Palestine. His last words were "Free Palestine."
He died?
Yes, on a live stream in front of the Israeli embassy. 25 years old.
Whoa. What's going on?
You ain't hear about this?
What the fuck?
It happened like yesterday, 2 days ago. Literally.
Aaron Bushnell, 25 years old, went to the embassy.
Israeli embassy.
Where's that at?
D.C. In D.C., on a live stream, poured gasoline on himself and lit it on fire. His last words were "Free Palestine." Bro, they pulled up some of his tweet. Bro, look at this post. I want you to read. Listen to this post.
He's white?
Yeah. He was American, Air Force, active duty, 25 years old. Listen to this post.
That's fucking rough.
Many of us like to ask ourselves, what would I do if I was alive during slavery or the Jim Crow South or apartheid? What would I do if my country was committing genocide? The answer is, you're doing it right now.
Damn.
Talk about powerful.
Damn.
Talk about powerful.
That was a tweet?
It was a Facebook post. But, tweet, Facebook post, same thing. Bro. And he said, on live stream, and while the live stream was going on, he quoted this. This is what he said. "I will no longer be complicit in genocide. I'm about to engage in an extreme act of protest, but compared to what the people have been experiencing in Palestine at the hands of their colonizers, it's not extreme at all. This is what our ruling class has decided will be normal." So 2 days ago, he live streamed himself in extreme protest outside the Israeli embassy and lit himself on fire. And RIP to him, because that, you want to talk about powerful.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. It literally just happened. His name is buzzing everywhere. But you know, obviously some of the news stations didn't show the live stream, you know. But that was his way of protesting.
That's fucking scary, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I hate that story though. I really don't think he should have killed himself. I think that's fucking crazy.
That's unbelievable.
I get it though. You know, it's a powerful message, especially to be willing to die over what you believe in. But I don't know, man. I don't think suicide's ever the answer, to be honest with you. That shit strikes a different chord in me. Like, I don't like that idea. But
man,
hey, I mean, I get it. I get it. You stood for what you meant. The tweets, the words are powerful. But to ice himself.
Very powerful words and very powerful message. But now, he stand up for what he believed. He stood up for what he believed in. And RIP to that young man, 25 years old. Active duty Air Force.
I don't want nobody else to go and do that though. Like there's a better way for sure.
Yeah,
there is 100% a better way.
Yeah,
I really wish he didn't do that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
it sounds good, but then you think about it, like what? You
burn himself alive on live.
You could have kept pushing the message. You could have kept a couple more than Facebook posts. Shit would have been. That was deep. That was deep. You know, you could have went to the embassy and just wrote the sign out of damn, bro. You gonna burn yourself alive?
Alive.
What the fuck?
Yeah, yo, and you know they
That's deep, man.
Yeah, man,
that's fucking deep.
I don't know if you saw it or not, but if you haven't, you his name is everywhere, and now they're in front of today or yesterday, we're in front of the Israeli embassy, giving a whole visual and everything for him and everything.
For him,
yeah,
the Israelis were.
No.
The people. Palestine. It's free Palestine.
No. I'm talking about the Israel embassy is in D.C. Is in Washington D.C.
Right.
So people were gathering outside where he killed himself to remember him as a visual. You feel me?
Damn.
So.
Damn.
It's spooky out here, man.
Damn. That's so deep though. Think about what you would have been doing during slavery and during genocide. You're doing it right now.
You're doing it right. And history has a funny way of rewriting itself to where when people, and we've been doing this for ages, to where when we look back at a certain time or a certain time period of when certain things happen, we universally accept that this was right or this was wrong.
Right.
But if you go in that time period, what would your thoughts would have been then? You feel me? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Now we can say now, oh, Dr. King was absolutely right. Equality for all. Back in Dr. Day's day, he had a worse approval rating than Trump. He was able to he was hated. Everyone hated him. The FBI director wrote a letter telling him he should kill himself.
Right.
You know, like he was hated at the time, but now fast forward, oh yeah, Dr. King was so right. You know what I mean? We always do this. We always look back at history and want to revitalize it to make it. Oh yeah, slavery was so bad back in the day. It was a normal practice. You know what I mean? Like if we were back in those time periods, which side of the fence would you stood on? You were against slavery. Okay, so that means you were against everyone in your town. You were against your pastor. You were against your boss. You know what I mean? It was so normalized back then, but now in the future we want to act like we want to make sure everything is universal. But in reality, during the time when things like that are going on, it wasn't universal. It was part of the norm. You feel me? So we do a good job at always, 30, 40 years from now, if something's going on, oh yeah, that's definitely wrong. But at the time, it's normalized. You know what I mean?
I'm so lost, man. I'm really thinking. I don't know what's right and what's wrong no more, bro. I'm fucked up in the head. I'm fucking lost right now. That story got me fucked up.
Yo, bro,
you did what for what? Because like part of me is thinking like, is it our human obligation to make sure that everybody's living a great, peaceful, beautiful life? Is it our obligation? We can all feel a way like, oh, that's not right, and that's all the action and thought we give to that situation. That's pretty much how we're living, by doing nothing about what's going on in the past. Well, I don't know. You're not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm going about my day regular today. I'm going to go work. I'm going to do what I got to do. 10, 20 years ago by, pastime free or not, that's really not my business. And I'm not saying I don't want them to be, but what I'm saying is like, we just keep it pushing. The majority of the world's going to just keep it pushing. The whole world's not going to focus their attention on this. But like, I think about like, I think about like civil rights days and all that when there wasn't so much going on. Individualism wasn't at its peak. People weren't really flourishing to become millionaires and have independent businesses and all. Like everybody lived a real simpler life. There wasn't social media. It wasn't none of that. I feel like a lot more people were focused on a day-to-day basis on, yo, how are we gonna help our neighbors? How are we gonna help our black friends? That are being that are being targeted and that have been treated unfair for hundreds of years. I feel like that was a consistent daily thing that everybody had to think about, worry about on a daily basis because it was there, it's in front of our face. And like, I don't know how to even explain how I'm feeling right now. But that story really got me fucked up. Like, are we obligated? Is it wrong not to want to do something? Not that we don't want to, but are we supposed to? Do we have to? Am I supposed to devote my entire life to try to make sure that somebody else is doing great? No. Is doing better? Being treated better?
That's all.
Am I wrong for not?
I feel like that's all. Nobody can tell you how you're supposed to feel about certain things. But if you look throughout history, there were normal practices that we would consider immoral now throughout history, throughout world history, and there were movements that we would have never thought would have ever got off the ground, and there were times where people never thought slavery was going to end. Never thought Jim Crow was going to end. Right. Never thought apartheid was ever going to end. But it was people who actually stand up and cared, which made the momentum in order for those to actually pass. You know what I mean? So it's easy to go out and it's life. It is what it is. But at the same time, if you look throughout history, if that ever happened, nothing would have ever changed. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Nothing would have ever changed. Nothing would have ever changed, and a lot of those atrocities would have still been normal practices unless somebody stood up, or unless a movement started in order to counteract what was going on. You know what I mean? Jim Crow South was normal. Right. You feel me? It was nothing. But it took it took people who might not be directly affected. Who wanted to join the movement in order to stop certain things from happening. Right. So that's why it doesn't continue anymore. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
No, this all reminds me of that MLK quote. I don't know if verbatim, but it was pretty much like silence is pretty much being part of the problem.
Always.
To be silent is being part of the problem. When I hear things like MLK, and then I hear what you said about Aaron Bush now, that quote, they go hand in hand to me. And it's like, am I wrong? Like, are we wrong? Are we supposed to be marching somewhere right now? Are we supposed to be on our way to the embassy? Like, am I wrong? Because these are the people we idolize. If we felt like MLK was correct in everything that he was saying, then like we as a people, are we wrong for not focusing all of our attention, time, and energy into the betterment of other people across the pond?
If you are neutral on certain situations, or no comment on certain situations, no matter what, you're siding with the norm. You're siding on the side of oppressors than the person that is being oppressed. And that's always the case. Right. Because it's easy to go about life when stuff doesn't affect you directly. Right. You know what I mean? Absolutely. It's easy to float through, and they say that people that are more educated are more depressed because they know what actually going on. Yeah. You feel me? The people that are mundane and okay with living in their life, living in their bubble.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss. You don't know it, but you don't know. But at the same time, at the same time, when a movement builds so much momentum with people who aren't affected that give a damn, that's when you start seeing change. Exactly. When they're willing to, for example, the bus boycott, Montgomery bus boycott. Do you know that boycott lasted for a year?
Whoa. No, I did not.
Bro, a year. I'm talking about people walking to work, getting rides, walking miles. That lasted a year. Do you know how locked in you got to be to do that for a year? First few days. No, and I'm talking about like nobody strayed from the purpose. You feel me? After a few days, after that initial surge, after it was emotional, people were all emotional about it. It was easy to be like, well, I'm gonna take this bus here. I got to get to work. No, people waking up 3 hours early to go to work and taking the 3-hour trip home. Wow. That's being locked in. That's being unwavering of the goal, no matter what's going on. You feel me? That's being regardless. And people who weren't affected, like there were white people who were also willing to help out through that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Help out what's going on.
That's carpool.
That's what I'm saying. But it's the fact of the matter is that lasted a year. Do you know the type of temperament of people in order for something like that to last a year? We couldn't do that today. We're not unified today. You know what I mean? Everybody's worried about what I got going on. You know what I mean? Not thinking about how it'll be the betterment for everybody, or how however you think about what's going on in Israel and Palestine, how we have however you feel about it, we have a direct connection to what's going on. You feel me? We're indirectly involved with what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, man. I know this shit is always gonna go. It always does eventually get solved and gets better. So we'll see how this story ends up, man. But like, it got me fucked up. I gotta go watch that Aaron Bush now. I gotta go see what the fuck. I want to do my due diligence on behind that. Cause yeah, man, that was deep. That shit's still in my head. Like, whoa.
But in reality,
what you would have been doing is exactly what you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I read that. I'm like, that's powerful. Yeah, man. That's
on
powerful.
That note, man. It's been a Free Gems podcast.
Yeah, another lost episode for y'all.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and share, subscribe. We going up, man. Free Gems podcast. Man, thank y'all. Yo, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm fucked up in the head right now. I'm not
guys.
lie.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
I gotta go see what's going on because I'm not tuned in.
You got it, bro.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. I saw it yesterday. I'm like, yo, there's no way.
Rest in peace to that young man, and anybody that died for any cause, man. That's bigger than them. That shit is it's a different mindset to even be able to have that kind of vision, man. It's deep. Them type of messages are deep. So appreciate everybody, man. Thank y'all. Have a good one. We'll see y'all next week. What the